Although crying is embarrassing and I'm not good at speaking in front of the camera, I still want to share my feelings. It has been 2 years since I graduated and I'm still preparing for the public service exam. However, there are now too few recruits for public service. There are only 4 recruits in Linyi region, 4 in my subject, and only 4 in the whole city. Plus, there should be 2 more positions at the vocational school. It's true that you'll be unemployed after graduation. I don't understand why we should go to a normal school, spending our entire youth studying normal school. However, after graduation, it's very difficult to find a job, and you can't even be a teacher. So many normal school graduates are jobless after graduation and can't do anything. Now, the country seems to have no demand for teachers. The number of teachers recruited each year can be counted on one hand. No matter how hard we try, I feel that we can't pass the public servant exam. It has nothing to do with the effort we put in. I was reciting the book just now, and suddenly I collapsed. I didn't want to recite it anymore. I can't do it. I was about to cry while reciting it. I feel I can't learn the content. After a long time, I can't do anything anymore. I can't remember anything at all. I just saw the news that China Construction 3rd Bureau laid off 30% of its employees, and China Construction 8th Bureau only paid wages once every 3 months. This is impossible. Many of my classmates are in it. Isn't it an iron rice bowl, a stable job? Is it worth going into the construction industry now? Let me tell you what is happening in the Construction Bureau of 1 to 10. China Construction 1st Bureau is a place as a talent pool, which means you are deposited into the reserve talent pool and your salary is reduced by half in disguise. Keep your position but suspend salary. Yes, what is China Construction 2nd Engineering Bureau doing? They are doing the last elimination, turning all of you into labor outsourcing, and they don't have to compensate you when they want to lay you off. Good calculation. China Construction 3rd Engineering Bureau has laid off 30% of its employees before, and the remaining part will either be unemployed or sent overseas. If you don't want to go, you can simply leave, and you won't even receive severance. China's economy continues to be sluggish, and local governments are unable to make ends meet. Many regions have reported that civil servants have cut their salaries, and even the income of retired teachers and doctors has dropped sharply. Local governments have successively introduced policies to encourage civil servants to work part-time. Some netizens lamented, the Chinese government really has no money. Due to the wave of salary cuts and unemployment in all walks of life, China has set off a food delivery boom. Many civil servants, pilots, and even master's degree graduates who have not found a job have joined the ranks of food delivery. Today, we'll talk about these topics. But before we do, we would like to invite you to subscribe. Your support is our greatest motivation and allows us to bring you more valuable content. Now, moving on. In Suzhou, I heard that the country may tighten the wages within the system recently. Is this true or false? In fact, this news is not a rumor and it's been completed in many cities. The annual salary reduction is about 20 to 30%. In Suzhou, many organizations have already implemented salary reductions. The so-called salary reduction is not to directly lower the basic salary, but to reduce the total income by decreasing the performance bonus and canceling subsidies. Do you know why this is done? On the one hand, it's because of the economic downturn and to reduce the pressure of fiscal support. On the other hand, it's actually to implement common prosperity and adjust the income of the excessively high population. That is, the population within the government system. I have a classmate who works in a maternal and child health care hospital. 10 years ago, if you wanted to give birth to a child in their hospital, you had to find an acquaintance connection in advance to arrange a ward. Now, he said that he had seen only a few pregnant women in a month, and their department had not paid wages for several months. I also have a friend who works in the banking system. Now, due to the influence of the general environment, there are more people saving money and fewer people borrowing money. Thus, their era of interest rate spread has passed, and their wages have been cut in half. In fact, at this age, their elderly parents and young children, it's really uncomfortable to have half a salary. So this is the iron rice bowls that everyone envied over the past 10 years. It seems that there is not much envy now. Friends, I just want to ask, is there any iron rice bowl now? Guangzhou civil servants have long been unable to bear it. What happened to the iron rice bowl? Can't pay the salary? I had dinner with a business client 2 days ago. He kept saying that the current business is too difficult. It's still better to have an iron rice bowl. The salary income is stable, and the benefits are good, and he wants his children to pass the civil service exam in the future. He didn't know that the iron rice bowls in good organizations, which everyone admired, were now delayed in paying wages. And even the wages of the hardest working doctors and nurses have been halved. Fortunately, the Social Security and Provident Fund are still stable and have never been interrupted. This is the current situation of many civil servants in Guangzhou. They are also ordinary people. They have to eat, support their families, and pay off their mortgages and car loans. In fact, the pressure is quite high. Have you noticed? In the past, everyone envied civil servants because it was a stable job and their necessities were guaranteed for the rest of their lives. But in reality, civil servants only earn $600 a month, which is really not much, and they have to support their parents and children. To be honest, this salary is not enough. Their living expenses are lower than those who work outside. Do you think civil servants are still popular now? Recently, civil servants in Sichuan province began delivering takeout part-time. On July 10th, Mr. Sun, who worked in the system of Suning City, Sichuan, received a notice from his organization that public servants can engage in side jobs, so he decided to deliver takeout. Sun said that he starts taking orders around 8 p.m. after work every day, works about 3 hours a day on average, and can earn $14 a day. I was a firefighter for 12 years, and then I transferred to a local public institution. The institution issued a notice that public servants in public institutions can have side jobs, and I felt that the most suitable job for me was food delivery, so I immediately wrote an application. I've been doing it for 6 days, and I earn an average of $20 a day. Some netizens were surprised and said, "Is competition so fierce that even civil servants have to work 2 jobs now?" Some netizens also commented, "It's normal. Many of my friends around me either drive Didi after work, deliver food, or work as designated drivers. It's hard to make money now, and it's normal to have a side job. People in the government system can be off work on time and have 2 days off per week. It's hard for other employees to have a side job." In recent years, China's job market has been sluggish, and many people have no other choice but to rely on food delivery to make a living. Since food delivery riders do not need a high education or professional skills, as long as they are willing to work hard, they can take this job. Not only have civil servants started delivering food, but pilots and master students have also started delivering food. Shameful Airlines has seized all flights as of today. As a frontline pilot of this airline, I feel deeply. For 3 years, we have had no income and no social security. We have to deliver food, set up street stalls, and drive Didi to subsidize our family. Children can't pay tuition, and the elderly can't afford medicine. In the past 3 years, how many families like mine have fallen apart? In the past 3 years, Shameful Airlines has been like a critically ill patient, lying in the ICU with tubes inserted all over its body. He can't live or die. After 3 years, there is finally an explanation. I don't know if it'll be reborn like a phoenix or it'll sink forever, but someone has to pay the debt, so let's wait and see. You just had dinner, didn't you? Yes. Why did you have dinner so late? I'm running orders. It's very late to get off work at this time. If you do well, how much can you make in a month? About $1,400. If you don't do well, how much can you make? $900. Do you think it's very hard to work in the food delivery system? Some customers are on the 10th floor and the elevator is still up there. We can't wait and just run up the stairs. If it's an overtime or a complaint, your penalty may be several hundred yuan, right? You can't get 2 bad reviews in a year. If you get 1 bad review, your job will be gone. Sometimes I really can't wait and have to bike very fast on the road. No other options. The time is too short. It's not easy to do food delivery now. Do you have any plans? No plans. I don't have any professional skills, so nothing I can do. Do you know how hard and tiring it is to earn $140 by doing odd jobs? I did food delivery and worked in the back kitchen of a fast food restaurant when I was a freshman. That's why I don't want to do these odd jobs anymore. Even if I didn't find a job as a tutor this summer, I'm scared of the exhaustion. You know, these jobs are really tiring. If you want to earn $140 by doing odd jobs, it's very, very tiring. The hourly wage is very low, maybe $2, sometimes even less than $2. You can imagine that when I was delivering food, I was a freshman and I didn't have many classes, so I could only deliver food 2 or 3 days a week, 3 or 4 days at most. I couldn't work all day because I had to go to class. After working so hard all day, I could only earn less than $14 because I was not familiar with the roads. It was a strange city where I had just arrived. I was not familiar with the roads and I didn't dare to run red lights, so I earned less. In the last month, I missed a few classes to deliver food in order to pay off the car rental. Otherwise, I might not have been able to pay off the car rental and I would have lost money. This is my experience of delivering food. There is also my experience of working in the kitchen of a fast food restaurant. Do you know? The gap between the kitchen and the front desk is quite large, and the pressure in the kitchen is very, very high. Blogger Lao Fan is a master's student who graduated from Beijing Normal University. Brothers, I delivered food today. I'm done now. It's the first day. I registered a few days ago, then bought a car and made a few days of psychological preparation and ideological struggle. Finally, I forced myself to go online this afternoon. I delivered 10 orders and earned $7 in more than 3 hours. Well, it's more than 4 hours. I have a lot of thoughts. My academic qualifications are neither high nor low. It's up to how people value it. To be honest, a master's degree is not worth much now. But with the reputation of Beijing Normal University, it may still be a little bit, but I still choose this path. Some netizens may think that it's shameful for a master's degree graduate to deliver food, but blogger Lao Fan said that it's not shameful to earn money through your own labor. Some people may say that this job has no future, but he thinks it's a problem of unfair social distribution, not our individual problem. Really, if you don't experience delivering food, you really don't know how hard it is to make money. Now that I have delivered food, I know how outrageous it is to spend money. Drinking milk tea or eating takeout will cost $2 to $3. I run a crowdsourcing order and it only makes 50 cents per order. When I worked in an office building before, I didn't think it was so hard to make money. I advise those who haven't found a job yet not to deliver food. The riders are already saturated now. There are more riders than orders every day, and you really can't make money. The problem is that such a job doesn't provide food or accommodation. You have to pay for 3 meals a day, plus rent batteries, plus you have to invest in an electric bike in the early stage. Your minimum monthly expenditure is $300. To be honest, many long-time riders can hardly make $30 a day. I'm not lying to you. And the 5 social insurances and 1 housing fund that have been hyped recently have not been paid yet, right? Don't rush to deliver food when you can't find a job. It's really unnecessary, and accidents will happen. This job is quite dangerous too. Of course, I know that it's getting harder and harder to find a job nowadays. Where's the way out for ordinary people? I don't know either. I just met a Meituan brother and I was touched by what he said. I was looking for a business address but couldn't find it, and then he came to ask me, "What's wrong, brother?" And then he looked at my address and pointed at the location of the business and explained it to me in great detail. Finally, I said thank you to him. Do you know what he said? He said, "We are all brothers. Why are you being so modest?" When I heard this, I was really moved and it was really positive energy. Come on, brothers. In my last video, I said that my friend made $560 a month delivering crowdsourced food, and I was very envious. However, because I have a poor sense of direction, I was unable to do this job. Many friends ask me, what do you envy about $560 a month? Is it possible that he only runs for 3 hours a day? He just runs at noon and at night during these 2 peak hours, and then he is free at other times. He can do part-time jobs, take on side jobs, or go out and play. Now, if you find a very ordinary job and earn $500 a month, that's it. You may have to work overtime every day, and you may not be able to rest on Saturdays and Sundays. In fact, I think this choice is quite good. He used to work in a big internet company. In the past 2 years, he had felt very anxious and believed he couldn't continue like this, so he wanted to move on his own. He decided to deliver food. Unexpectedly, he became more and more addicted to it. Maybe on the one hand, it's because he feels active, not limited to being at home. On the other hand, he can see money every day, so he feels valuable. In fact, I feel emotional when I see him because I graduated in June this year and haven't found a job. I just stay at home. The longer I stay, the more I feel worthless. I always feel that I should find something to do. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.